city is the venue of 42nd Indian Social Science Congress? Right answer is Bhubaneswar. The 42nd Indian Social Science Congress was inaugurated by Manipur Governor Ms. Najma Heptullah in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. The theme of this particular event was Human Future in Digital Era. This event held in KIIT University campus in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. Now there are two more events related to science. One is Indian Science Congress. This 106th edition of Indian Science Congress will be in Lovely Professional University in Punjab. It will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Mr. Modi and it will start from 3rd of January. The theme of 106th Indian Science Congress is Future India, Science and Technology. Another event related to science is 26th National Children's Science Congress. It was inaugurated by Odisha Chief Minister Mr. Naveen Patnaik and this event also held in Bhubaneswar. The theme was Science, Technology and Innovation for a Clean, Green and Healthy Nation. Now if we talk about Bhubaneswar, recently 2018 Men's Hockey World Cup held in Bhubaneswar in Kaling Stadium. Oli was the mascot of this Hockey World Cup and the final match was between Belgium and Netherlands. Belgium defeated Netherlands in final. Belgium is a European country. The capital of Belgium is Brussels and Brussels is the headquarters of NATO and European Union. Belgium is also the headquarters of SWIFT. SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Recently, Ms. Arundhati Bhattacharya was appointed head of SWIFT India. Recently, the Prime Minister of Belgium also resigned. His name was Mr. Charles Michel. He resigned because of the pressure from opposition over his government's support for the UN Global Compact for Migration. Next question is, which Indian player has been named as ICC Women's Cricketer of Year 2018? Right answer is Ms. Smriti Mandhana. Ms. Smriti Mandhana has been named ICC Women's Cricketer of Year. She was also named as ICC Women's ODI Player of the Year. Beside her, Australia's Miss Alyssa Haley was given ICC T20 Player of the Year. On the other hand, Miss Sophie Ecclestone was given ICC Amazing Player of the Year award. If we talk about Miss Alyssa Haley, she was also the player of series of recent T20 World Cup. This Women's T20 World Cup held in West Indies and Australia won it for the 4th time. Australia won by defeating England. Recently, Australia was also in news as Australia recognized West Jerusalem as capital of Israel. The Prime Minister of Australia is Mr. Scott Morrison. If we talk about Israel, recently Israel legalized exports of medical marijuana. There was one more country which was in news because of marijuana. Recently, Thailand has approved the use of medical marijuana and by doing so, it has become the first Southeast Asian country to legalize the medical use of marijuana. Now coming back to cricket, recently Mr. W.V. Raman has been appointed as the head coach of India's women's cricket team. Next question is, ESAF, Small Finance Bank, has recently got RBI node to operate as a scheduled bank. The headquarters of ESAF is located at, right answer is Thrissur. Recently, ESAF, Small Finance Bank, has got approval from RBI to operate as a scheduled bank. This approval was given as per the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. If we talk about ESAF Bank, it was founded in 2017. The headquarters is in Thrissur and Mr. Prabha Ravindranathan is the chairman of ESAF Small Finance Bank and Mr. K.P. Thomas is the MD and CEO of ESAF Small Finance Bank. Now, if we talk about Thrissur, it is in Kerala and Kerala was also in news as recently Kannur International Airport was inaugurated. It was inaugurated by Civil Aviation Minister Mr. Suresh Prabhu. Kerala was also in news because of Sabrimala Temple. Sabrimala Temple is in Kerala and recently Supreme Court allowed entry of women of all age in Sabrimala Ayyappa Temple. Also, recently Niti Aayog released its Sustainable Development Goal India Index 2018. As per that particular index, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are top performing states. On the other hand, Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh are worst performing states. Next question is, who is newly appointed Chief Information Commissioner? Right answer is Mr. Sudhir Bhargav. Recently, Mr. Sudhir Bhargav has been appointed as Chief Information Commissioner. Beside him, President Mr. Ramnath Kovind also appointed 4 new members as Information Commissioners. These 4 members are Mr. Yashwardhan Kumar Sinha, Ms. Vanjana N. Sarana, Mr. Neeraj Kumar Gupta, and Mr. Suresh Chandra. If we talk about CIC, that means Central Information Commission, it is highest appeal body under Right to Information Act. If we talk about RTI, that means Right to Information Act, the act covers entire India except Jammu and Kashmir. It should be kept in mind that in case of Jammu and Kashmir, there is a separate law, that is Jammu and Kashmir Right to Information Act 2009. Next question is, Norman Gimble, the Oscar and Grammy winning lyricist, has passed away. He was from which country? Right answer is USA. He was from USA. If we talk about few other American personalities who passed away recently, Mr. George H.W. Bush, who was the former president of USA, passed away recently. Mr. Stan Lee, who was an American comic book writer, also passed away recently. He was the chief of Marvel Comics. If we talk about USA, recently US Defense Secretary Mr. James Mattis resigned. USA was also in news as recently USA has signed USMCA. It is United States Mexico Canada Agreement. It will replace the existing NAFTA. NAFTA stands for North American Free Trade Agreement. This USMCA was signed on the sidelines of G20 Summit. G20 Summit held in Argentina in Buenos Aires. The president of Argentina is Mr. Mauricio Macri. In addition to that, recently Mr. Harshvardhan Shringla has been appointed as new Indian ambassador to USA. Earlier, Mr. Harshvardhan Shringla was serving as Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh. So now, Ms. Riva Ganguly Das has been appointed as new Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Recently, elections held in Bangladesh and Ms. Sheikh Hasina was declared winner. Next question is, who has become the first Indian wicketkeeper to claim 20 catches in Test series? Right answer is Mr. Rishabh Pant. Recently, Mr. Rishabh Pant became the first Indian wicketkeeper to claim 20 catches in a Test series during the final day of Melbourne Test against Australia. If we talk about few other news related to cricket, recently Mr. Kohli surpassed Mr. Dravid to become highest scoring Indian Test batsman on overseas soil in a particular year. Also, India became the 5th team to win 150 Test matches. The other 4 teams are Australia, West Indies, South Africa and England. Recently, during India-England Test series, England became the first country to play 1000 Test matches. Also, Mr. Ricky Ponting became the 3rd player to be inducted into Hall of Fame in 2018. The other 2 players are Mr. Rahul Dravid from India and Claire Taylor from England. If we talk about Mr. Dravid, he is the 5th Indian to be inducted into ICC Hall of Fame. Earlier 4 players are Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, Mr. Bishan Singh Bedi, Mr. Kapil Dev and Mr. Anil Kumble. Next question is, transgenders can file sexual harassment case under which section of IPC? IPC stands for Indian Penal Code. Right answer is 354A. As per the recent verdict of Delhi High Court, transgenders can file complaints of sexual harassment under section 354A of Indian Penal Code. If we talk about Indian Penal Code, it was drafted in 1860 on the recommendation of First Law Commission of India. The First Law Commission of India was established in 1834 under the chairmanship of Lord Macaulay. Now coming back to transgenders, recently Lok Sabha also passed Transgenders Bill for the protection of their rights. Also, Indian Railway recently announced a fare concession for transgender senior citizens. So despite Supreme Court verdict that they are 3rd gender, transgender people face discrimination. And the biggest issue is negative attitude of society towards them. So we all need to understand that. If we talk about Delhi High Court, Mr. Rajendra Menon is the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. High Courts are mentioned in Part 6 of Constitution and they are established as per Article 214 of Constitution. Calcutta High Court is the oldest high court in India. At present, there are 25 high courts. Recently, 25th High Court came into existence. Actually, since the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, they have had a common high court. Now, from 1st of January 2019, the two high courts started functioning separately. So that is why we have 25 high courts. Next question is, which toll-free helpline has been launched by NHRC to file complaint through CSC? Right answer is 14433. Recently, NHRC chairman Mr. H.L. Dattu has launched toll-free helpline 14433 to file complaints. If we talk about NHRC, it is a statutory body. Yes, that should be kept in mind that it is not a constitutional body. Presently, Mr. H.L. Dattu is the chairman of NHRC. As per the provisions of Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, the President appoints the chairman and the members of NHRC on the recommendation of a committee headed by Prime Minister. On 10th of December, every year, World Human Rights Day is celebrated. Next question is, which country has announced 2019 as Year of Active Investment and Social Development in the backdrop of wider business with India? Right answer is Uzbekistan. Recently, Uzbekistan has announced 2019 as Year of Active Investment and Social Development in the backdrop of wider business with India. If we talk about Uzbekistan, Mr. Shwakat Mirziyoyev is the president of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is a Central Asian country and Tashkent is the capital of Uzbekistan. Peace agreement between India and Pakistan. This was signed in Tashkent. This was signed between then Indian Prime Minister Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri and then Pakistani President Mr. Ayub Khan. If we talk about other Central Asian countries, these are Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan was also in news as recently it has launched its first messaging app. It is Bijbard. If we talk about Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan is also a member of SCO. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing. Total 8 countries are the member of SCO. Out of these 8 countries, 4 are Central Asian countries. These are Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. That means Turkmenistan is not a member of SCO. And the remaining 4 countries are China, Russia, India and Pakistan. The first summit of SCO held in China in Shanghai in 2001, and during the Astana summit, India and Pakistan became the permanent member of SCO. The recent summit held in Qingdao in China and the next summit will be in Kyrgyzstan. Next question is, who is the head of government committee that suggested AICTE to stop setting up new engineering colleges from 2020? Right answer is Mr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy. Recently, a committee headed by IIT Hyderabad chairman Mr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy has advised AICTE to stop setting up new colleges from 2020 and to review the creation of new capacity every 2 years. The committee was headed by IIT Hyderabad chairman Mr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy. If we talk about IIT Hyderabad, it was also in news as researchers of IIT Hyderabad developed a smartphone-based sensor to detect milk adulteration. If we talk about AICTE, it is All India Council for Technical Education. It was formed in 1945. The headquarters is in New Delhi and Mr. Anil Sahasrabuddhe is the chairman of AICTE. AICTE is under Ministry of Human Resources